Hi everyone, hope everyone's having a good week. I've had a pretty chaotic one myself. I've just been moving everything out. I start my drive up to Washington tomorrow. Um, and yeah, perfect timing. I also caught a pretty gnarly fever, so forgive me if I cough. But yeah, jumping into this discussion, I really like the TED Talks from this week. One of the things that really stood out to me was something that Gilman said, which was she said, I learned from my compass that other people could take care of the kids and the staff and the organization, but only I could take care of me. And this is her kind of talking about like the stress that she got her, uh, from her, I guess her company that she was running, working with teenagers. Um, but yeah, I think this really spoke volumes to me, and just like specifically the part where it's like, but only I could take care of me. I think that's really important when we're considering boundaries. That this is like boundaries are what take care of us and what navigate us, and that's kind of what she was talking about with this yes or no compass. Like this is the way. Um, the compass is what points us towards these good decisions in our boundary setting, and that's what takes care of us. Um, and I also really enjoyed the porcupine analogy. I thought it was really cool to visualize that, where these porcupines are like trying to gather together to gain warmth, but they keep on poking each other, so they keep on separating, and it's just this trial and error of trying to find this comfortable spot where um, they're not intruding, they're not poking each other, but they're also staying away from the cold. I just thought that was a very good analogy, and he also goes on to talk about the excessive yeses and the excessive nos, and how that kind of plays into this analogy with the excessive yes being like we're letting people in too close and we end up getting poked, which will trigger this fight or flight response, um, which really resonated with me because sometimes I let people in way too close and end up getting poked, and it's just like infringing on my boundaries, which causes me to have this fight or flight where I'm like, oh, okay, this person's not good for me, but in reality, it's because this yes or no compass is so clouded. And yeah, so I thought that was all really cool. And for question number two, talking about what I learned in my family origin about boundaries, um, I think, let me close my door because my mom is actually helping me move out. um, my family, I think, um, we were all very close growing up. Growing up, I was very close with my family, and we were very big on like if there's a problem, we're going to diminish it right now. And I want to go back to this like experience I had where I had just lost a football game, and it was actually like pretty much was my fault. The reason that we lost, I was taking it really hard, and all I wanted was to just like be alone in my room and not talk to anybody. And I knew that my parents were just going to um, want to talk about it and like comfort me, which is great, but all I wanted was some alone time. So I ended up like moving my bookcase and like basically barricading my door, and they were just like, this is a fire hazard, let us in. So um, yeah, I think personally I've always been a little bit um, I've always been used to people just kind of like getting in a little bit too close, and it would cause this fight or flight response, literally making me barricade up my doors or my feelings, just so then I could feel some freedom a little bit. But yeah, so I think that kind of just taught me more about how it needs to be in a balance. It needs to be this perfect equilibrium where we're not excessively saying yes and letting people in or trying to be there for others, but we can also allow people to say no and allow ourselves to say no without feeling guilt, because that's what takes care of us. And I think in a professional setting, kind of taking a look at number three, especially in my professional setting where I'm working with clients that are my age, me being 23, and a lot of these clients being the same age as me or maybe a little bit older, a little bit younger. And a lot of the times I'm I'm working with these guys, and I'm thinking like, you know, outside of this, like I could 100% be friends with these guys. And sometimes it allows my yes or no compass to be a little bit clouded. And I'll allow these guys to like, I'll let them in my lives a little bit too much. And, you know, I've seen cases where actually like I'll tell these guys some things about my own life and they'll kind of weaponize it. This isn't like a common thing, but it has happened, and it has taught me a lot about boundaries in a professional setting where those really, if not more than any other relationship, need to be upheld. And actually, it grows those relationships further because then it establishes this level of respect that is needed. Where if you're like, it's all great, like wanting to be buddy buddy with these clients and building that rapport, it's awesome. And it makes your job easier for sure. However, it's kind of taken away this form of respect, because they start looking at you as more of a friend rather than a clinician or a technician. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I kind of went over a little bit, but thank you guys for listening.